Hello, beautiful people. I am back with yet another one. I know it's been like 6 months since I've been on here. I've been in the process of going to different places God has been sending me. To the old subscribers, I want to say welcome back to the channel. To the new subscribers, I want to say welcome. Hope you're here to learn. As y'all see the title, we're talking about kingdom marriage. I got a lot of people saying there's no such thing as kingdom marriage, and some saying they are. But y'all know me, I have to dig first and let the Holy Spirit teach me in all truth before I put a word out about a subject. But lately, I'll tell you, I'll get into it about what's been going on with me. Suckers have been trying to set me up, lying on my name, tapping into my phone, got little friends that's in blue, helping them. It seems like everywhere I go, it's like these up northers, the sight of me, they go to line, acting like a fool. These demonic witches up here. But anyway, we'll talk about that on another video. Let's get into this word. We'll be reading from Judges 14 for those who want to read along. And I encourage everybody to go read the word for themselves. But yeah, I'll be reading 14, 1 through 20. I'm going to read the whole chapter. And we're talking about Samson. So, the kingdom marriage word. Samson 14:1 says, "And Samson went down to Timnath and saw a woman in Timnath of the daughters of the Philistines. And he came up and told his father and his mother and said, I have seen a woman in Timnath, the daughters of the Philistines. Now therefore get her for me to wife." Verse 3 says, "Then his father and his mother said unto him, Is there never a woman among the daughters of my brethren, or among all my people, that thou goest take up the wife of the uncircumcised Philistines? And Samson said unto his father, Get her for me, for she pleases me well." I'm sorry, y'all, tongue-tied. So he didn't want no other woman. He wanted this woman. Verse 4 says, "But his father and his mother knew not that it was of the Lord that he sought an occasion against the Philistines. For at that time the Philistines had dominion over Israel." Once again, I'm going to read it again for the hearing impaired. Verse 4 states, "But his father and his mother." So if a man pursuing a woman, he can't shake her. This is who he wants to marry. Sometimes God can put that unction in their heart to want only that woman. Not a woman wanting to marry a man. No. God will send his children to go wife a specific woman for a purpose. It was a setup by God. Okay, again it said, "But his father and his mother knew not that it was of the Lord that he sought an occasion against the Philistines. For at that time the Philistines had dominion over Israel." Verse 5. "Then went Samson down and his father and his mother to Timnath, and came to the vineyards of Timnath. And behold, a young lion roared against him. And the Spirit of the Lord came mightily upon him, and he rent him as he would rent a kid. And he had nothing in his hand, but he told not his father and his mother what he had done." So it's like he was on assignment. He's like a holy assassin, if you will. Got gifts that nobody know about. That's how basically that's how I was. Because people wondering where I came from, just out of nowhere. Sorry, where am I? Okay, number 7, verse 7. "And he went down and talked with the woman, and she pleased Samson well. And after a time he returned to take her. And he turned aside to see the carcass of a lion, and behold, there was a swarm of bees and honey in the carcass of the lion." Verse 9. "And he took thereof in his hands, and went on eating, and came to his father and his mother, and he gave them, and they did eat. But he told not them that he had taken the honey out of the carcass of a lion." Verse 10. "So his father went down into the woman, and Samson made there a feast. For so used the young men to do." Verse 11. "And it came to pass, when they saw him, that they brought 30 companions to be with him." So this is her people. The Philistines, the uncircumcised Philistines, which was their enemies. Okay, verse 12. That's where I'm at. Oh, okay. "And Samson said unto them, I will now put forth a riddle unto you. If you can certainly declare it to me within 7 days of the feast, and find it out, then I will give you 30 sheets and 30 changes of garments." Verse 13. "But if you cannot declare it to me, then shall you give me 30 sheets well, I'm sorry, 30 sheets, yeah, and 30 changes of garments. And they said unto him, put forth thy riddle that we may hear it. Verse 14. And he said unto them, out of the eater came forth meat, and out of the strong came forth sweetness. And they could not in 3 days expound the riddle. Verse 15. And it came to pass that on the seventh day, where am I? On the seventh day, that they said unto Samson's wife, entice thy husband, that he may declare unto us the riddle, lest we burn thee in thy father's house with fire. Have you called us to take that we have? Is it not so? And Samson's wife wept before him, and said, thou dost but hate me, and lovest me not. Thou hast put forth a riddle unto the children of my people, and have not told it me. And he said unto her, behold, I have not told it my father nor my mother, and shall I tell it to thee? She was, woo. Okay, verse 17. And she wept before him the 7 days, while their feast lasted. And it came to pass that on the seventh day, that he told her, because she lay sore upon him, and she told the riddle to the children of her people. Verse 18. And the men of the city said unto him on the seventh day, before the sun went down, what is sweeter than honey, and what is stronger than the lion? And he said unto them, if you had not plowed with my heifer, he was talking about his wife, ye had not found out the riddle. Verse 19. And the Spirit of the Lord, you see that? The Lord, this is a man of God. Well, the Lord works works through him and for him. I'm sorry, where am I? Oh, verse 19. And the Spirit of the Lord came upon him, and he went down to Ascalon and slew 30 men of them. See, this is the occasion that God set for him to have against the Philistines, to slay them, because they was enemies of the children of God. 30 men, and took their spoils, and gave change of garments unto them, which expounded the riddle. And his anger was kindled, and he went up to his father's house. But Samson's wife was given to his companions, whom he had used as his friends. So yeah, there's a such thing as kingdom spouse. God ain't, let me show you the difference. Because a lot of y'all be around here waiting for fools. God ain't finna see you nobody that's evil, conniving, devilish, that's a witch, that's a necromancer, anything outside of him. He ain't finna tie you with nothing evil. I mean, I was gonna say something, I'm gonna leave that alone. When God sends a husband to you, especially if you holy, he gonna be holy. Every man that comes into your life, this for women, any man that tries to come into your life, I told you, compare him with the word. Put the magnifying glass on him, which is the word, and examine him and see what his fruits are. Some of them can be highly manipulative. So every person that asks you for your hand in marriage, that don't mean you have to say yeah, and you're not supposed to say yeah. Demons try to latch on to us, to God's chosen, for a reason. Just like God sent Samson to get an occasion over the Philistines to overthrow them, Satan used his children in his kingdom to marry you, to overthrow you. You get what I'm saying? Listen, if God, for the men, if God has put a woman in your heart to marry, and it's all for the right reasons, not for lustful ambition, none of that, for the right reasons, and you can't shake this woman, God has told you who your wife is. It's for some of y'all. He already told you. No matter who you be around, who you try to talk, it don't, like, no. It could possibly, now, listen, it could possibly be your wife. Or if you full of lust and all this other stuff, and you ain't completely tied in God, there's some witches can be manipulating y'all with the woo. And when I mean the woo, with the witchcraft. Them little Jezebelic devils, they just as crafty as the men with their demonic behinds. So you got to be careful. If you want to know who your wife is, sometimes God will tell you, sometimes you just meet somebody, but fast and pray. For any answers, you always fast and pray, and he has to talk to you. He's not a daddy that's going to turn his ear to you inquiring a conversation or answers and directions and wisdom from him. He going to give it to you. Write out what you want to see. Write out how you want the confirmations, and he going to give it to you just that way. Don't say it to nobody, write it out. But make sure you pay attention, and when he show it to you, you write it out the date he showed it to you. after your request was made to him. But yeah, I love you guys. I've been on a little, I've been going for a while. I've been on little missions. God is funny. And then I told y'all I'll talk to y'all about that in another video. But yes, I love you guys. I want y'all to go and study these words out for yourselves. But make sure God is leading you and teaching you right, and you ain't misinterpreting the scriptures. But I love you guys. I'll be back with another video. I promise. I've been gone for a while, but I'm gonna be back. I got another one coming up. I got like 7 to 10 videos that I was supposed to did last year, I think. And I think God is pissed, so I gotta get back on my on my post. But I love you guys, and peace. I'm out.